Hey there, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and this is a reading for the energy of Taurus. So, this is the last reading for this series, and I'm going to do something just a little bit different going forward. I think I might use new decks every reading or every day or something like that. Yeah, I have so many decks that I want everyone to see and look at. So I'm gonna see how that works. Lots of changes going on in my channel, but change is good. I like change. Got to shake things up a little bit, dust off the old ways. So I did a live last night, which was very cool. I went live with Dr. Danny, a constellational astrologist, and she wanted to introduce me to her community because I'm going to be moderating some of her lives for her. Some, maybe all, I don't know. But anyway, she wanted to introduce me to her community to kind of get me maybe familiar with the streaming process, but also so her people will know who I am, which was wonderful. And it was great to talk to her. It was great to interact with her. I did a reading. We talked about working with the planets as far as manifestation. So it was a pretty cool chat, and I had a lot of fun. She's a very cool person, and I love her cute little bubbly energy. She's very knowledgeable, and she's a very powerful woman. I love her energy. I love her power. I think she's amazing. So go check out that live. Check out her channel. She has some courses as well on her website so that you can learn constellational astrology. And constellation astrology, if you don't already know, is different from tropical because the stars are read by the actual constellations, the planets as they transit the actual constellations in the sky, not just a set 30-degree sign. Okay, so go ahead, check that out. You might learn something. I think she has a few free lessons on her channel, which is pretty cool. So go check that out. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to pull a oracle card first with the Lantern Oracle by Angelina Mirabito, and then we'll draw three main energy cards from the Baroque Tarot by Lamucci, and then we'll draw the remaining cards from the Tarot of the Abyss by Anatorian. Okay. Oop. And that was going to turn everything upside down. That's how I shuffle my tarot cards. And that's how I get things in reverse, All right, today is my grandmother's birthday. I visited her on Thursday, and I gave her birthday present. She really liked my purse that I had when I saw her not too long ago, so I bought it for her, and now we have identical purses. Isn't that cool? Me and my granny got the same style. And so I visited her. We talked for about 4 or 5 hours. She lives an hour away, and I had a great time with her. And today's her birthday. She's going out for her birthday, and I will not be there. Today is my dad's retirement party. He's been working for the county for 30, 40 years, and so he's retiring finally, and he's been looking forward to this day for quite some time now. He had a counter on his phone, a countdown timer on his phone, and so today is his retirement party, so I'm going to go to that. But I hung out with my granny for some good one-on-one time, and so I'm going to see her again. Okay, Taurus, let's see what we have for you today. Women supporting women. Oh, this is great. Okay, sorry for all you men out there. But perhaps, you can encourage a woman in your life who needs support to seek the help of other women of some like energy, women who can give some advice, who've been through something and who could help a female that is in your life. Okay, so I don't think I have too many male viewers. I know I have a few for sure, but I think most of my viewership is women, which is cool. I like that, I love the feminine energy. I love the masculine energy as well. But women supporting women is something that we do and something that everybody needs. And okay, let's read this. Together we can transcend our individual limitations. That is the words of wisdom at the bottom of the card. And 22, let's see. So for this deck, this deck is separated into 4 parts. We've got the Maiden, Mother, Guardian, and Crone. And so the energy for this one is Mother energy. And the Mother energy is earth, fertility, young adulthood, passion, learning choices, trial and error, creativity, betrayal, disillusionment, being broken open. Responsibility is the challenge of this phase. Choices are often naively and idealistically made during the maiden stage and can culminate in the birthing of a reality or an illusion during the mother stage. Wow, that was interesting because the Cancer reading had to do with deceit, self-deceit, and that's what the Cancer reading was about. And if this trend is going to continue on, all of these 3 readings had some things in common, and they kind of all circulate around the number 3. And okay, so let's keep going. Consequently, this period typically involves some sort of disillusionment. This can lead to growth, insight, and enhancing one's creative power and the ability for self-renewal or the stagnation of denial and regret. So depending on how we can work with this energy here, will lead us down one of these roads. The Mother harnesses the power of rose wisdom. This wisdom and energy are asked to step up and work through emotional roller coasters. She can either create again or retreat to the ruins of what is not as it seems. Her potential is like a rose that blossoms in deep crimson red after climbing beyond a stem of thorns. I love that. The phases of the Lantern Oracle. Okay, are cards 1 through 12. Okay, so that's a little bit about the Mother energy in which this card lies. Okay, so now I'm going to read about card number 22. Okay, women supporting women. Together we can transcend our individual limitations. Women who share their weaknesses, struggles, and shame, as well as their joy, victories, and opportunities, support each other's life journey. Together, women have the potential to strengthen each other in overcoming challenges and to rise much higher than is individually possible. By sharing one another's lives, we come to know ourselves. We experience what it is to see and be seen, to speak and be heard, to understand and be understood, and this evolves us. When people connect to their divine inner feminine, bear witness, nurture, and support one another, mutual love and raised frequency occurs. This divine feminine consciousness connects and supports us in realizing our fullest potential, power, and wisdom. In each other, we see what is possible when we do not go at life alone, in silence or against each other. That is so true. I especially as a younger woman, it always seemed like women can be very catty and go against one another and not support one another. But I think as we get older and we go through things, that sort of cattiness just becomes a thing of the past. I think it probably has to do something with evolution, competing for viable men to procreate and whatnot. But that is an issue, and it's really sad to go through it and then to see others go through it, especially your daughters. Okay. Where was I? When we realize that we are not alone or judged in our greatest vulnerability, hurts, and confusion, we heal. Women who have walked parallel paths know how to create this regenerative space. Life changes the second we are gifted with an experience of there being nothing to be ashamed of, but only pain to be released, witnessed, healed, and moved on from. Women supporting women potentially offers this life-changing moment when they hold loving space and support in response to an individual unburdening herself of shame-filled secret. Therefore, the potential loving safety generated by women supporting women nurtures and nourishes our spirit as well as enriches our lives. It may be time to reach out to the safe women in your life. It could also be time to explore your local community to discover where individuals connected to their divine feminine gather, or perhaps even organize your own circle at a park, cafe, or home through creating a meetup group or making a poster for your local community center or library notice board. The mother's message: in empowering one another, we empower ourselves. You know what? I really am vibing with all three of these readings, all three of these oracle cards that I've done today. And they've all reached me in a spot. And I feel there's a change going on in my life. And it's been happening slowly, and I think I resisted it for a while, and that kind of exploded on me, and I went through this sort of existential thing. But once I sort of stopped the resistance, things just started to flow. Things started to happen. And in one of the readings today, I think it was Scorpio's reading. I'm a tropical sun Scorpio. That the oracle card said something about taking the first step. After you take your first step, each step after that will be lit up. It will just appear. It'll just come, and that's kind of what's been happening for me. Things have just been popping up, boop, boop, just like little lit up stones in my walkway. And it's cool, and I can see my energies in each one of these readings. I don't have any Taurus any planets in Taurus in my chart, either tropical or sidereal, and so but I'm still resonating with this, and that's why I tell you guys that we have all of these energies within ourselves because of the house system, where just because we don't have a planet in Taurus or we don't have an aspect in Taurus, we do have a house in Taurus. And so if this Taurus reading or any other constellation energy is not, the video for that energy is not vibing with you, try looking for a title. Or some of my thumbnails actually have the I don't know if you heard that, but that's my daughter. She is just waking up out of bed and moving around. So even a spread might catch your eye. I don't really know if I want to keep putting my spreads on the thumbnails. They just seem kind of messy, and I don't know. I'm kind of whiny about that right now because I really don't know what to do. I like having the spread on there because sometimes I feel like the color combination or something can catch a viewer's eye, but I also like having more of a clean, uniform thumbnail where everything is just, it's nice. It's like a nice, crisp picture. I use Canva, and so they have really cool things available for us to use. So I'll think on that. I'll probably switch it up, you know, that's what I like to do. All right, so let's get into the reading, Taurus. I am enjoying my green tea, of course, and we're going to draw 3 cards from Lamucci's deck, the Baroque Tarot. And I was drawn to this deck because it reminds me of Catholicism. I was raised as a Catholic as a young girl. I'm not a practicing Catholic, but I do work with some of the energies in Catholicism. I work with the Virgin, and sometimes I'll work with the Jesus energy. All right. I do enjoy shuffling this deck as well. Oh, I need to put more birdseed in my bird feeder. It's so hot here in Texas. I mean, it is hot, hot, hot. When I was at my grandmother's house, the weather came on TV, and it says it was going to feel like 106 this weekend. Oh my goodness. Okay, luckily I like the heat. I do. Born and raised Houston, Texas. I have to like the heat. Okay, Chariot, Major Arcana. The High Priestess, again, that showed up in Scorpio's reading. And Page of Wands. And Scorpio had the High Priestess, the 3 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. And I said that the High Priestess was the 3rd card in the deck if we count, you know, the Fool being the first card, not numbered 1, but it's the first card. And then we have the Magician, the 2nd card, and then the 3rd card would be the High Priestess, though she is numbered 2. Anyhow, I just wanted to point that out. The Chariot, High Priestess, and Page of Wands, they are all upright, and the Chariot is a card of movement and achievement and sort of focusing on things, laser focus to get things moving, harnessing energies to get them to work together and move forward and get them what it is that you want them to do. So, and then we've got another very good card of working with that movement type energy. Page of Wands is Earth of Fire, and pages like to discover work. They are very hands-on. They're curious and inventive, intuitive, just as a what would we call it? Just as a court card, right? Just as an energy, but when combined with the fire energy, with the wand, they are very action oriented. They use their creativity, their curiosity as a drive to move them forward and to discover, to understand. And so what I see here is lots of forward movement and understanding something that may not be readily apparent with you with the High Priestess, and something that might need to be a deep dive to understand. All right, let's see. I wonder if you guys can hear that thud when I do that on my microphone, because I've got the microphone sitting on my windowsill. My son, who likes to play video games and talk to his friends, I don't know if he live streams, or I don't think he does, but he might. My youngest son, he has his mic on one of those boom arms. And so I don't know if you can actually hear it when he slams on his desk, because he does. Any of you who have young children know how they are with video games. And my children aren't even that young, and they do get really emotional with the video games. But you know, video games is like the new playground. You know, they don't have to go outside anymore. They can stay inside. Good thing and a bad thing, you know. When we were younger, it was always fun to go outside and explore and be away from the house and all of that stuff. And I used to live in Albuquerque, and we would go exploring in all of the rocks. And we lived at the foothills of the Sandia Mountains, and so there were lots of places of wilderness, of rocky desert to explore, and arroyos too, and I seriously doubt I would let my kids go and do all those things that I did. You know, we were out during the day, gone for hours, and I'm pretty sure I would not let them do that. I don't know why, because I did it as a child, and, you know, but still, it was a great experience for me. But I do like that my kids can stay home and still connect with their friends and others. So that's not to say that there aren't dangers with that. So, you know, it's dangerous no matter what, I guess you could say. All right, let me pull out some cards here. Ten of Swords. This is Anatorian's alternate Ten of Swords. Oh, no. This is not her alternate. This is the Ten of Swords that coincides with the RWS Ten of Swords. Ooh, Major Arcana, the Star. King of Wands in reverse. Death again. Oh, Death has showed up in all three readings today. Lots of change going on. Wow. Page of Swords in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. Six of Wands. This showed up as well in the reading. High Priestess. Here we are again. Amazing. And Two of Cups for you, Taurus. Okay, let me sit with this. So the Star asked me to do some numerology here. So we've got 7 plus 10, and 7 and 10 is 17. And is it? Wait a minute. Yes, 17. It's 8. Okay. I calculated 9 in that. But we have an 8 here. Let's see, what would that mean for you, Taurus? You've got 8. We have another 8. We've got 2 of Wands, 10, 6. So we've got even numbers here for you, Taurus. All of these are even numbers, which makes sense. Your earth energy, very grounded, stable. Oh, can you hear my wind chimes? That's on my cabinet to my tarot, where I keep all my tarot decks. I'm going to have to move that, though. I have over 60 decks in there, and I am out of space. I cannot see all of my decks. And it's even, I kind of tried to stack them in a way where I could move things and try to see what I have, but I'm going to have to figure something else out. Okay, so under the Chariot and movement here, women supporting women, I feel like this is a call for you to move, definitely, and start working. Seek out some companionship, seek out some women, seek out a group of people who can support you. And I feel with the Star card here, the Star card is really standing out to me underneath this Chariot card, because I feel like you might need some support in you reaching for your goals, and you might need some support in ways that where you can get some encouragement, or support in a way where you're not going to feel judged, and you can talk to somebody and they can understand how you're feeling. Talk to people, women, like-minded individuals who could maybe offer you guidance. Because it's looking like you have some ideas, you have some desires that you want to manifest, to work with, but there's just something that's holding you back. We've got this 10 of Swords here, and this is never a happy card to get, right? Because this guy has been stabbed 10 times. It's overkill. I mean, we could say these are buzzards, but we're out in the sea here, so they're probably seagulls, which are another sort of scavenger. Any of you guys who have been to the beach and fed one seagull, they bring their entire extended family with them, and they start to compete for food, and it's actually pretty cool. Throwing some food up in the air, bread and stuff. We used to feed the seagulls. And so this is sort of like, there needs to be there's a lot going on in your mind. There is a lot that you might even be keeping some things either from yourself or from others, and I feel like there's an energy, there's an inner desire for you to reach for the star, reach for these goals that you want to achieve, but for whatever reason you're being held back. You're not comfortable in expressing yourself, and I think that's where finding some like-minded individuals who can help support you in bringing these ideas to fruition in ways that you won't feel judged. I know my husband is very earthbound. He has to see things to believe. It has to make mechanical, mathematical sense to him. And so when I talk about things, me having intuitions, feelings, reading cards, reading the stars, he's just kind of like, oh, okay, I mean, he doesn't like make fun of me, but I can feel there's just that kind of raised eyebrow, that side eye that he kind of gives. But many a times, he can actually, like when I'm calling in energies, he can actually feel them. He'll ask me, I was like, did you just do that? Or, it's kind of cool. So I feel that he kind of knows that maybe I have the ability, but as far as him being able to physically experience it, he cannot. And so he just has a hard time with it. It's kind of like he's kind of on the fence. Let's see. So with this High Priestess here, I really like that we have a High Priestess here and we have a High Priestess here, and it's flanked with Death, and this King of Wands is in reverse. And this is further telling me your star is flanked by these two cards. The King of Wands, he's very decisive. He knows what he wants to do. He knows how to do it. And he's very compassionate and supportive, but with him being in reverse and flanked on your star card with this 10 of Swords, I feel that you're sort of constrained in a way, and that really needs to change. That needs to change, and I feel Death is here to show you that you can go deeper, that what you are feeling, it is intuitively right for you. It's something that is a deep calling for you. And you have the ability, you have the capability to dive deep into this, to work with this energy, and you have the ability to do what it is, to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. But like I said, you're going to need some support. This card is asking you to call in the support of a system, of a community that can help you reach these goals, that can give you pointers, that can be there for you in a way that you're not being there for. I know that sentence doesn't make sense, but I can't think of another way to phrase it. And I want to move on to this Page of Wands. And like I said, this Page of Wands is an energy of discovery, of putting things into motion. And he's a great card to have with this Chariot. But I think, the Chariot, the trumps, the major arcana, those are the overarching archetypes, the overarching energy that sort of governs our reality. The minor arcana is the things that happen on earth, the things that we kind of have control of, the things that are more human for us. And this is actually putting the pedal to the metal. This is actually going in and discovering and working with it, putting your action with your desires, putting the action with your curiosity, and learning and working with that energy. We have the Page of Swords in reverse here, and this card is a card of, it's real cerebral, it's real understanding, and I see it being in reverse coupled with this Two of Wands, in that you need to go on instinctual. Don't let your mind sort of be that guide for you. Don't let your mind talk you out of it, because where you're at now, you're not getting the support that you need, so you can basically talk yourself out of something using your quote-unquote logical mind, right? So what really needs to happen, I feel, is you've got to harness this energy of curiosity and forward movement with this page. Now, this Two of Cups here, this card is a card of love, of two energies coming together, supporting one another. And I think that really kind of coincides with this energy of you not being supported over here. And it really drives home the point of you seeking the community of others. This is a one-on-one relationship. This is more of Three of Cups relationships. And that's what I see here in regards to this. So in order for you to get moving and get going and start reaching for this star that this woman here is reaching for, you're going to have to harness the Page of Wands energy and move forward and use this archetype of the Chariot, because this is this innate energy that wants you to move, and you have the ability to move. You just have to reach deep enough to find it, right? Change and transformation is what this death is all about, and being right here, I really love this. I love that you're going to be able to transform yourself. You're going to be able to transmute this energy that you are reaching for, but you've got to do the work. You've got to dig deep and go deep within inside yourself. Use your intuition to help yourself manifest these things. And coupled with the action, we do live on earth, we live in a physical world, so there definitely needs to be some action going. And that's what I have for you, Taurus. I really hope that this helps. This is a reading of a very, not so much in the grounded realm, which is where you live. You live in all the senses and all of that, but it's not beyond your reach, okay? And that's why this double High Priestess here, I really feel you're going to have to maybe work a little bit harder to dive deep and grab what it is in the depths, to grab it by the balls, and just kind of hang on to it, and just dive head first into it. Use this Chariot energy to harness all of those innate powers that you have, and drive yourself forward with this Page of Wands here. All right, Taurus, if there's anything I can help you with, if you'd like me to do a personal reading for you, we can go deeper into this message. Just let me know. I've got Buy Me a Coffee link, and you can sign up for a reading there. I also would like to say that if you know anybody who can benefit from this reading, please share this video. They don't necessarily have to be a Taurus sun, moon, rising. Like I said, we have all of the zodiacal energies in our charts by way of the house system anyway. So if someone can benefit from hearing this message, help them out. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next video. Take care.